things I wish somebody had told me about breastfeeding before I started. See you in a bit.
Don't even know my name, but she want another game. She think that I'm
Do you really need to have nursing tops and nursing dresses and all that stuff? No, you don't. You know, I went and I bought myself a few nursing tops, and this one here, I bought this after I had my daughter. I think before I had my daughter, and I had never ever once used this to nurse her in. And look, it's just a little top and it has a little slit right here. Cut out the nursing tops. You really don't need them. What I've learned to do is always layer my clothing. For example, what I'm wearing is just a regular you know, white top. And if I was planning on nursing and I was out and about, then I would just have another top underneath this, and I would either lift up, and once you lift up, if you have a camisole underneath this, what would happen, ladies, is once you lift up, okay, back to what I was saying, ladies, you have a camisole. And if you're planning on breastfeeding and you're wearing a top, you wear another camisole underneath. So once you lift up your shirt to nurse your little one, remember, you're gonna have that camisole just below, and your tummy will not be exposed. So you're not gonna have to worry about having your tummy exposed because you're wearing a camisole just underneath this. And that totally alleviates the necessity for you to have a nursing top. Tip would be, save yourself the money, get yourself, invest in a couple camisoles, neutral colors, you know, a black, a tan, a white. That way, if you want to nurse in public, you have your tummy covered up and you just kind of lift it up and nothing is exposed. Just like this, all right? Thing I wish that I had known about was the importance of having, you know, nursing bras are not pretty, they're not gorgeous, and you know, I mean, you're gonna find some that are really nice online when you're shopping or in the stores, but it's not about how pretty it is, it's about how functional it is. And this one has always worked for me. It's just one of those, you know, you don't need to have an underwire, you don't need to have anything inside. I love the pull down method, definitely. So get yourself some really comfortable nursing bras, and that's gonna be your best friend. Great for nursing at night, out in public. It's just very comfortable, no issues at all. It's not extremely tight, so you're not gonna have any discomfort, you're not gonna get engorged. So a nice nursing bra is what you're gonna need. And what I love about these is that it comes in small, medium, large. Look, it's no tricking you on this. You don't have to worry about 32ABC, 34ABC, 38ABC. You don't have to worry about any of that. You just decide on whether you need a small, medium, and large with your nursing bras, you know, the pull down ones. So get yourself a good nursing bra. Something I wish I had known beforehand was having a great disposable nursing pad. I've tried the washable ones and I've tried the disposable, and my preference is, let me just go ahead, use it, wear it, toss it. My issue with the ones the washables would be, after a while they wear out. I wish I had one to show you. If I come across one, I'll stick it in this video. But you know, after a while they get all worn out and they look just wrinkled and balled in. No good at all. This, you know, you put it on in a few hours if it's soaked, depending on how much milk you're producing. You can dispose it and get another one and you're good to go. Something else I wish somebody had told me, because when I got pregnant with my first baby, I did not have any of the, you know, the creams, the nipple creams. And look, it doesn't matter which brand you use, just get yourself some. And what I found worked really well for me was before I had the baby, I started applying this on my nipples before. And even when I had the babies and I was in the hospital, I would apply them on. Just before nursing, I would apply, and after nursing, I would apply. And let me just tell you, that makes a complete difference. I have not had any, since, you know, I've successfully breastfed. I'm still breastfeeding my last one. She's almost 9 months. And so my second one, I breastfed for 18 months. My third one for 2 years. And so far, we're going strong with this one. And in the very beginning, this nipple cream went on before and after, and I never had a cracked, bleeding nipple with any of those babies. My first son, when my very first pregnancy, when I breastfed, didn't know much about this, and I was not as educated on the issue, and I had a bad experience. So number 2, get yourself, you know what to do, a great nipple cream. It really doesn't matter what you use. I'm not here to sell or throw a product at you, but you find something that works for you and you're good to go. Okay, so at nights, you don't have to be frumpy at nights. This, or even throughout the house. You can go out and purchase yourself dresses, sundresses, night dresses that are pulled down. This is not a nursing dress. Please don't think that because something says nursing bra, nursing top, nursing dress, nursing whatever, that you have to get it. These are things that are targeted to pregnant women for them to spend extra. Go ahead and find yourself a little nightgown, more of a camisole. You pull down and you can breastfeed at night. You can buy yourself a gown to wear in the house, even a sundress. So start thinking outside the box. That's going to allow you to save money. Therefore, you're purchasing your regular everyday clothing, but you're looking for things that are going to be more functional for you to nurse your child in. That's it. So anything that's targeted and marketed toward nursing, breastfeeding, deviate from them because they're going to be a little more expensive. A few other things that I wish I had known would have been about the pacifier. Wait until your little one until breastfeeding is totally established before introducing a pacifier. What that does is it causes nipple confusion. So just wait maybe about 4 to 6 weeks until breastfeeding is definitely established. A good breast pump, very important. And the good thing about it is that most insurance companies, they're giving you those fabulous breast pumps, so you'll be all right. Something else, oh my gosh, everybody says, oh, you should breastfeed because you're gonna lose so much weight, and that does not always happen. You know, when I first had my kids and somebody said to me, oh, you're gonna lose so much weight. That does not happen for everybody. I wish I had known that because I totally relied on eating whatever I wanted, thinking that those 400, 500 additional calories I was burning because I was producing milk was going to get me slim and trim, and that didn't really happen. Girl, I had to get up off the sofa and I had to start working out and modify my diet in order to lose the weight. And she is right here. She is still 8 months. She'll be 9 months in 2 days. And I'm feeling, I'm feeling pretty good right now about myself. I'm not where I was at before pregnancy. I still have 10 pounds on me. Could you believe that? But I am hella proud of myself right now. I'm so proud of how hard I have worked to get back in shape from having this little doll baby here. And so definitely, if somebody tells you, oh, once you start breastfeeding, you're gonna lose all that weight, that doesn't always happen. Some people tend to hold on to 10 pounds until after they have weaned breastfeeding. And that happens with some, and some people, their body just stores the fat and it's harder to lose weight. And then you have others, Lord, the weight just drop and they'll tell you, oh, I'm even smaller than I was before I got pregnant. That just happens to some people. And just want to let you know, don't bank on on losing all that weight because you're breastfeeding. If that was the case, I would have been back to my pre-pregnancy weight from she was 4 months old. Right, baby doll? Something else I wish I had known before I started breastfeeding is, look, breastfeeding is a commitment. My goodness. Your nutrition, what you're eating, what you're drinking is very important because your little one is getting that. So if you are not committed to eating healthy and not smoking and not having alcoholic beverages, those are things that you must consider. And it's so important because you're giving everything to this little one. They're depending on you completely for nourishment. Another thing is that these babies, especially the newborns, I remember having to feed every 2 to 3 hours, and that was all day, every day. It was, so you're not, especially in the very beginning, the first couple weeks is hella tough. It is hella tough out there. And as you go on and you're breastfeeding every 2 to 3 hours, all day, every day, throughout the night, you sometimes may get to a point where you're thinking, oh my, it will be easier to just pull out that formula and supplement, and then you have to dig down deep and remember what and why you're doing this for and who you're doing this for. And once you kind of have your goal and you decide the reasons, your reason for wanting to breastfeed and wanting to be successful, you just fight through it, you work through it, and eventually you get into that period and you're at 2 to 3 months, 3 months, and you're feeding a little less because your baby is bigger and sleeping longer. And then you get into that period where you're at 6, 7, 8 months where it's totally spaced out, and you're at this point where you're thinking, oh, it's so easy. But remember, in the beginning, you gotta work hard. It's a lot of work in the beginning, but it does pay off and it gets easier. One last important part that my doctor said to me, and I did not realize it until I had this last baby right here. She said to me that as long as you're breastfeeding, it actually lowers your risk of breast cancer, and I didn't realize that. So that's a good thing to know, that breastfeeding does reduce your risk of breast cancer. Very, very good to know. And that's it for today. If you can think of some other things that I did not mention, leave them in the comments below. Leave with me some things that you wish somebody had told you before you started breastfeeding down in the comments below. Well, that's it for today, guys. I hope that you love this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, life is what you make of it. Always has been, always will be. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Smooches until next time. And baby girl wants to say hey.